I've learned to appreciate pickles as well.
Oh, God.
That's how it goes.
Yes.
Yo, with age comes pickle.
You guys are so dirty.
I weirdly like most things that are pickled that are not like pickled cucumbers. Like pickled green tomatoes on a sandwich.
Ooh.
Green
Nothing
tomatoes? I'm trying to...
better. Like
trying to
nothing
process.
better than pickled green tomatoes.
Because red tomatoes are too mushy
Got
to
you.
pickle, but the green ones are firmer, so you can
Got
It's
pickle them.
incredible. You mix that up with like a strong, like sharp cheese and like a fresh roast beef. I'm like a
Strong,
focaccia.
sharp.
Damien,
Just
can you
like-
cook?
Fresh.
A little bit, yeah. I cook for myself.
I know
a few times
Chance
a week.
can.
Wow.
But can you like cook for me?
Yeah.
I tried to get Chance to cook for me.
I think
That's true. He said, "I'll buy you the ingredients. I'll buy the ingredients. All you gotta do is come
He
over
can
and cook."
cook.
I can make some like really good like pork roasts that are like sort
Oh.
of like autumnal style. It's got like apple and mustard and like all that as seasoning. I make a lot of salmon with like brown rice. I let the salmon marinate in sesame oil and black malt vinegar for a while.
Wow.
I'm on black.
Malt
Whoa.
vinegar.
It's good. It's really tasty. It adds
Do you
a
let
nice-
Black
it sit in the
malt
vinegar
vinegar.
until it pickles?
Yeah, I pickle the fish. I do not cook it.
Noah, how do you like pickles?
Oh, yeah, pickles are fine.
Oh, really?
They're fine.
They're just fine.
You may be asking.
That's
Yeah, pickles
actually
are fine.
surprising because Noah doesn't like anything.
Yeah,
That's
dude, pickles
true.
are fine.
I'm a
You like
pretty
pickles?
picky
Yeah,
eater as
really?
well. I get that.
Do you? So what's the?
That's what you're here for.
Hi everyone, I'm Damien, and just a reminder, I'm the imposter. But I've got a little bit of kitchen experience and I've made something like this before. So what I'm going to do, I was born in Germany, but on an American army base, and Germans don't have a whole lot to be proud of, but my grandma made some good leeks, and my dad always made really good porkloin. So I decided to make German fusion tacos. So we've got a porkloin here that I'm gonna start calling it, this is my salt bay. And this is the right amount of salt that I'm using right now.
You're looking great, Damien.
Thanks, Josh. Back at you. I almost wore the same glasses to be a palette swap of you. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some German mustard to make sure that the spices also stick. Ingelhofer translates roughly to Ingelhope. English was my first language. Ich spreche nur, was ich habe in Schule gelernt, amerikanische Schule. I only speak basic high school German and college German, and then I dropped out of college. I'm gonna be a famous internet boy. Thank you to the people who sent me this, my voice acting character in Fire Emblem. This is the uniform, and so I have an apron of that, and that's pretty sick. All right, so I'm gonna massage this mustard in, which is in my bottom 10 tactile feelings I felt today. I'm gonna use my porky little hands to open up the mustard again, and that's everyone else's fault and problem. I'm gonna somehow wipe this off my hands. I'm gonna go wash my hands. I can't, the tactile feeling, I'm just gonna do it. So now that we've rubbed down this pork a little bit, I'm gonna add some cayenne pepper. So here's the thing. I'm gonna do some German spices like some sage here. We're gonna be using apple, some yellow onion. It's a little bit more mild, so we're gonna get that sort of, that German classic flavor between that and the mustard. But I want us to add some spice, I wanna add some kick. This is fusion. This is what makes it $20 in a restaurant that you didn't wanna go to with your friends, or that they didn't invite you to. I'm mixing up paprika, chipotle powder, ground sage, and cayenne pepper. That's where we're gonna get some of that fusion that we talk about that makes these tacos so expensive. All right, so we got our yellow onion here. I think I'm gonna slice it this way here.
Don't tuck your fingers. Oh God, tuck your fingers.
Dog what? Listen, I've only sliced clear through my thumb once, okay? And that was during pandemic, which was a really hard time for specifically me. I chose yellow onion because it's a little bit more mild while still having that kick, but it's not that, it doesn't have that, you know, onion kind of flavor. It's more like, onion. Now I'm slicing up my Fuji apple, which is definitely like chemically engineered to be super sweet. Apples aren't supposed to be this sweet, but have you had a Fuji? They're so good. We're gonna make a little bed of onions, which is what I called my roommate's room in college. Okay, so I'm gonna make this little bed of apples. That's what I called my room in college, because I'm cottagecore, baby. I think I'm gonna fool some chefs today, you guys, by having them make me be on their show. We are all the fools. Now it's time to sprinkle all of these spices upon my little pork baby. I should probably coat both sides, right everyone?
That's right, Damien.
I'm now gonna rub that all around the pork because now it's going to stick thanks to the mustard. Gute Nacht, Seraphim. If you're bad, you will be told. So I'm gonna plop this down, okay, into that. But I'm also covering the rest of the pork loin with the residual apples and onions. My great aunt Conchetta Gelormino would hit about 300 RPMs in her grave if I forgot all the garlic. Now I'm gonna be using a German lager to add some German lager flavor to the pork meat. I think we're gonna keep it at 350 degrees for about an hour. As that cooks up, that's gonna be like my carnitas sort of situation. Right, Josh?
That's right, Damien.
Cool, but mine isn't made out of mushrooms because I learned from Josh and also linguistics that carnitas means little meats. So mine will be Schweinitas. There we go, that's German fusion. All right, now the most emotionally connected thing for me, my grandma's leeks. Now leeks, if you don't know, are kind of an onion thing. If you're a nerd like myself, you probably know them from the game Pokemon. It's what Farfetch'd the duck carries in its mouth. And it's the only thing that distinguishes it from a normal ass duck. All right, time for me to chop up these leeks pretty thin. They come out in perfect little circles, but they're gonna get broken up as soon as I put them in the pot a little bit later. So when I'm streaming on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, God, I'm always thinking about cutting leeks. No, we got a renegade. Stop him. Also, they'll be mad if I don't plug this. Oh, if you like more things that I do, I'm on the channel Smosh, which is part of the Mythical family. You can see me playing video games or producing and writing sketch content. Okay, all right, so we're gonna grab all these onions, these leeks. That one can go. I wanted it to go. There's a reason these taste good. Leeks have a very mild oniony flavor. So in order to add deliciousness to it, you have to make a roux first, which is mixing butter and flour. Usually I do them in equal parts, but today it's all about the butter, baby. All right, that roux is bubbling up right quick, and my God, it smells good. Okay, I'm gonna put these little onion boys in their little flour and butter bath. So I'm gonna stir this up a bit, make sure everything gets a little bit of that buttery love. As we go, I'm gonna continuously add milk and let things cook down. My goal with this is to have it sort of take the place of like a sour cream. So I'm gonna add a little bit of cream now, let that cook down. This will be the most fattening thing you'll ever eat, but it tastes damn good, and that's the point. Am I right, haters? We've got this on simmer, and I'm gonna let it do just that while I Christoph waltz on over to make myself some slaw. Now this is something I needed some help with the Mythical crew, but I wanted to make something that had a little bit more of like a Mexican flavor to it, and also added in some vinegar, some acid. We got a half a cup of red cabbage. We got a quarter cup of radishes. We got a quarter cup of fennel. We've got some Fresno peppers. I feel bad because Josh keeps dropping facts about peppers. These are peppers that come from a part of California that I do not live in. And then I'm just gonna add in just a little bit more salt. I'm gonna mix these all up here. I'm also gonna add a little bit of oil to make sure it's not too dry here. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit of vinegar here. Swoop, 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 swoop. I'm gonna scoot this on around. That looks like a good slaw to me. It's a little bit wetter than I expected it to be. But you know what? I'm the imposter chef. I'm not supposed to do a good job. The leeks are gonna take a while to cook down, but once they cook down a little bit more, that's when you add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper to taste, and here's the family secret. You ready? Nutmeg. You add a little nutmeg at the end, just a little bit. Not enough to kill anyone. I would never kill anyone with nutmeg, though nutmeg is very poisonous in the wrong amounts. The thing about leeks is they have a very tough consistency until you cook them down just right. So that's why often when I make this at home, I'm like, I'm gonna set aside 45 minutes and constantly cover and stir. But we don't have that time today, so it's time to add the nutmeg. What's that, ancestors? Stop now, because I've run out. First, I'm gonna try the slaw. See how that tastes. Gotta make sure I get a little fennel and a little Fresno chili. I washed my hands before this. It's fine that I touched it. It's good. The chili adds a lot of kick. It does need more vinegar though. Wow, it's got a lot of kick for that Fresno chili. Ooh, can I get my water, please? I'm not a lefty.
USC.
I'm not a lefty. All right, y'all, so I've got a tortilla warming up over there so they can't tell that I took it straight out of a package because that'd be a dead giveaway. The loin turned out perfectly. We're shredding it up. I'm gonna actually, let me take one of these forks here and taste. Sorry, I'm a guest here. I shouldn't kick the cabinets closed like I do at my own home, which can be found at. That's stupid good. Not to toot my own horn, but a root-a-toot-toot. So I'm gonna make sure I get a good scoop that involves the juices, the meats, and the apples here. I'm going to now add in the leeks, taking the place of like a sour cream situation. Plop is a sound that good food makes, usually. You really want it to make a sickening smack, like clam chowder hitting a sidewalk. And finally, the ridiculous amount of spice with this slaw. Thank you again to the Mythical team for helping me figure out how to do this gosh dang slaw. There we go, and ta-da! German fusion taco! JoJo pose.
This next round, but we shall see. We have other people. I still have 0.
Well, I won't be voting for you
What do you
ever
think you
again.
just did?
Let's go, movie Mandy.
Okay, point a finger. Who would get their own cooking show on the Food Network? Question mark. I know. I got it.
I got it.
Okay, 1,
3.
2, 1.
Oh, nice. 2 and 2. Pitch your show. Go.
Oh no. Okay, I feel like I talk about specific flavors all the time, and I am always very down to try new things, and I try to make them accessible in a way that people would also want to try those new things. I'm also very open to experimenting with flavors and how they work together. So even on Eat It or Eat It, things that are meant to be bad, I'm like, oh, here are the good parts about this for me. I'm very adventurous. I've had all kinds of stuff from all over the world. I will eat
This is a real pitch.
pretty much whatever.
Stop it.
Well, why'd you want me to go first?
Keep going, you're on it.
Beans.
You have 8 seconds.
I have a very refined palate, but I also will eat like a 50-cent cheeseburger and love it just as much.
Nice.
So yeah.
All right,
All right,
cool.
Ange.
Time up.
Okay,
Ange.
I'm a perfect candidate. The Alliance of Chain Restaurants has gathered and granted you the power to make the perfect appetizer platter. Mix and match 3 apps from any chain restaurant to add.
Oh man, that's
Hear me out. We got the Buffalo Mermaid. We got a nautical buffalo here. So we're gonna obviously start with the Cheesecake Factory. They're like buffalo. I call them buffalo chicken blasters.
The blasters with the cheese and the
It
chicken.
is the blasters.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
insane.
You
They're
have
the chicken
cheese and
blasters.
they're insane. Already, it's like too much.
It's everything,
or
though.
not enough.
Right.
Exactly. So if you start with everything, you have nowhere to go but everywhere. So you start with those around, and then in the middle, there's got to be like a cheese and crab dip. And we're not talking like quality crab. It's like the canned blue crab. Like they got it out of the tiny little.
yeah.
But it's still, they mix in artichokes. It's cheesy. It's good. What else do you dip in that? Well, the Jack Dagnall's shrimp from TGI Fridays, of course. Jack Daniel's shrimps, buffalo chicken blasters with crab artichoke dip.
Wow.
Okay. You
that.
inspired me.
Ben & Jerry's wants you to make their new ice cream flavor. The problem, it's for their new savory only line. What are you making?
Whoa.
A savory ice cream.
See, LA?
When we had to shoot and I had to stop, I was just like, I look very ill.
It was like you were just digging in like moon sand or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much. And I do, to be fair. I think I would do a pizza ice cream. Now, hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. Tomato, you may not necessarily think that's gonna work, but it's all about what you pair it with. So basil, if you let it sprout long enough, it gets basil flowers. And if you let those stay on, because you're supposed to trim them off, if you let those stay on, they absorb all the sweetness from the plant, because obviously they're trying to attract bugs. So I would take the flowers from the basil, along with the now like less sweet leaves from the basil, use that to make ice cream with some like tomato paste notes throughout, and then add in like a sweeter cheese, like not mozzarella necessarily, but like a ricotta, or what's the one, I can never say it. It's another cheese that is like mascarpone or something.
Marzipan.
Mascarpone.
It's
Mascarpone. Mascarpone? Okay, thank you. Eric, our camera person, is nodding. So I'm just like,
He was like, no.
That means yes.
Yeah. So that would be it. You got the cheese, you got the seasoning, you've got the tomato. I think it
Okay.
would work.
That's
pretty
good.
cool.
I like that. I
All
like
right. I'll keep it basic. I feel like
Complete opposite. Sorry. Bleep it out.
You're sleeping with a hot Michelin star chef.
Oh my God.
that's the question.
Just kidding. Like, there's no
Go.
cream won't cut it in the bedroom.
Shut the
What are you covering your body with instead?
Oh, dog.
I mean,
Peanut
hold on.
Michelin.
I don't know what that is.
It's like creme
fancy.
fraiche, and you'll whip it
it's just
together.
sour cream. It's not sour and it's expensive.
Yeah.
I like that.
I
And
think
it's expensive.
So in a similar way to Noah, you said like reduction. You got to use those buzzwords around the,
Yeah.
the Michelin chefs. So I would do something deconstructed. On top of that, I also think in the bedroom, communication is key. Not everyone's gonna know what you like. You're not gonna know what they like. So sometimes maybe we can show instead of tell. So what I would do is a deconstructed baklava.
Oh
so
my.
They're licking
there is-
baklava off.
Well, it's a deconstructed baklava. So the parts that I want to encourage them to pay attention to, those get the honey. Maybe a little bit of nuts. The parts that I want them to stay away from,
Get nasty.
dry phyllo dough. Just dry phyllo dough. Like, I don't like ear stuff. I'd put that on my ears. They'd be like, oh, I don't want to lick dry phyllo dough. It's like, I didn't want you to.
That was incredibly
I didn't
visual.
want you to.
That was, but I don't know half the motherfucking words he just said. I'm
Creme
like,
fraiche.
what's that? Let's start there.
I really walked through all of that in my head, and I went deeper than I
That's on you.
I missed all.
It was my fault. Wow.
I always go deep.
Yeah.
The ears are the
Okay, so are you ready for my notes?
Wait, what setup do you need?
I don't need a setup.
Just remember, Danny Trejo's right here.
Avocados in New York City be like, I'm guacking here.
Okay, it's funny.
But Noah, you're safe from the game! Sorry, just
No, that's.
this is how I'm doing it.
Yeah, it looks comfortable.
We ready? Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God, I was just so terrified of him. What did I say?
Most gentle.
What did I say? What did I say?
You have to bring
What
the
did I
ball to get the food. You can't go like.
Sorry.
It's all right, you won.
Come on, Damien, eat it. Take a great bite.
Good, I will. And if it's good, I'm gonna savor it.
You're the villain in this.
Oh, that looks so good.
That's just delicious.
It's got some jellies.
All right, ready?
I can smell the
Get a little
jalapeno.
dippy dip.
Get a little dippy dip.
I think this is the only one that's like, is gonna guarantee good.
3, 2, 1.
Wow. Oh, you went all in.
Nom 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 nom. I love watching people chew.
Oh, that smells good.
Congratulations to Damien.
Really good.
Yeah, explain your flavor story.
Better not mess up my fried chicken.
Right? So I'm getting some.
told there's one thing I could not mess up.
I'm getting some, as you said, really good fried chicken. Somehow, even though it's still in a quesadilla, it still has that crisp. The batter is still like distinct, but it is not like overpowering anything else. There's a lot of veg in here, but in a very good way. Jalapenos are not overpowering, but they're definitely super present. There was like, is that like a pickled onion? What's going on there? That is super good.
I don't know. I don't believe you though.
No, it's fine. Rib it.
I'll have to inspect it for myself.
That's mine though.
Can I expect a half?
Yeah, you are. Thank you for tacoing about it.
He should be a food critic. That was really good, man.
Well, that's the highlight of my life.
Well, what that was the pollo frito quesadilla. Fried chicken, serrano chilies, slaw, and chipotle cream.
Wow.
Dude. Damien, no, you are safe from the game.